brothers from the southeast to always call people into account because they are so focused. Let me tell you what is trending in the southwest now amongst my fellow Yoruba brothers. Wizkid and Davido. What are they doing? They are distracting they are distracting our youth.
I heard that. With their
everybody is saying that maybe Tinubu is the one playing this theatrics. People are saying that Tinubu is distracting the Nigerian people with celebrities. What happened last week? Last week it was very dark man and Bobrisky.
Yeah.
Just at the precipice of going into what? A protest, and the Nigerian people would rather argue over that. Most of the Yoruba youths this was the topic of discussion. They didn't see a need to go out and protest. You know. Then immediately after that, a lady came out. She called out the NSAS protesters that they collected money from Lagos State. They are all corrupt. That anybody that goes out to protest, if they don't pay you money, you are on your own. These things are agenda by this current president. This administration is an administration of propaganda. Our National Youth Service Corps, Tinubu said he was going to pay them 77,000. 33,000 as shown is what he has just paid. So you see that the Igbo youths in their majority, are focused, are determined, are committed into that cause that we don't even care about anything that is happening right now. The Wizkid and Davido, you can see they are both Yorubas. Everybody that is showing interest are majorly Yorubas because the Yorubas are easily distracted. They just want to party. They just have to have nice time. Nobody is talking about the protest. As far as Lagos State is concerned, Oyo State, Osun State, Ekiti State, Ondo State, how many Yoruba youths did you see come outside? Across the southwestern state, we do not have less than 30 million youths who are from Yorubas, who are Yorubas. They didn't show up. They were busy arguing amongst themselves that that girl that time collected money. No, they were easily distracted. Now this week they are being distracted again. And meanwhile, if you check what the Igbo youths are talking about now, they are resisting every possibility of being invaded by the Fulanis. They are discussing on how they have to develop their state. These are what the Igbo youths are talking about. The Igbo youths are speaking that how do we make this our region at the forefront, the front leader of development. Go and check what the Yoruba youths are speaking about. They are not talking about Yash. They are not talking about Yahoo. It is so unfortunate that this president has contaminated even the youth. I am kind of tempted to say that Wizkid is working for APC. At the key moment whereby we are talking about, you know what they do, you know what they are, why Wizkid came out today? Unprovoked, Wizkid started talking about Davido. Because he understands that the Southwest, if you are not on this side, you are on that side. Tell me what is the rationale? A day after a protest, whereby we are all still talking about the protest, he brought this topic to distract everybody. And then by tomorrow we'll forget about it. When I just came into the saloon now, the conversations were what? Wizkid is telling Davido that he's this is a that.
They are playing the part of Tupac and Biggie.
So these guys are playing the script of the current administration, wherein nobody will be able to focus on the goal. Because as far as I'm concerned, we are in severe crisis, economic crisis. So we cannot continue like this. Just today, the president, instead of us to focus on the president who has just announced a 2 weeks leave, this man is not attending to our needs. This man is not doing what we want. But he left. 30 minutes later, Wizkid started what? Abusing Davido. And then everybody forgot about who? The president. So you can see it's an agenda, it's a propaganda in what? In play. So they know what they are doing. And the Igbos they keep showing that they are focused on this cause. That if they don't get their regional government, they want their Biafra. But can you show the direction of the Yorubas? I am calling the conscience of my own fellow Yorubas. We have three options. Westernized, let us go to regional government, or let us go on our own, or let us hold the current president accountable. But we are not doing none. We are doing nothing out of it. We are distracted by Wizkid. We are distracted by Davido. We are distracted by some protesters. So, because Tinubu understands that if the Yorubas have his time, he understands that it's only the Yorubas that have the latitude and the platitude to protest against him that we will shake him. Look at the antecedent. Look at the series of protests that have happened in the past. When those protests have effect, the Southwest were what? Deeply involved. And he has been using the social media, he has been using all these celebrities, all these religious leaders to distract the youth. It's an unfortunate thing, and I hope the Yoruba, the youth, all what, take note of this. Because otherwise, this man might just leave us away. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Aji. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
And for the focus of the Yorubas.
Is a contaminant. What do I mean by contaminant? This is an element that contaminates your purities as a human being. Everything this man has touched has been contaminated. Bamidele, a man from Ekiti State, whom in the past was an Aoist, but when he came in contact with Tinubu, his ideology became contaminated. I think it's a big win for the Igbos. And as an Aoist that I am, I think it's a big win that today he has been named and shamed for betraying the Awolowo cause. And he has shamefully considered and withdraw that terrible statement. Yes, there are so many allegations that Mr. Bamidele made a statement that the Yorubas are afraid on going into regional government because the Igbos will be liberated. If you ask any well-meaning Yoruba person, whether a Gen Z, a millennial, a baby boomer, they all lean towards the Awolowo regime. Everybody revere Awolowo's period, whereby the Yorubas had their golden age. The Yorubas became the pride of the country. We were on a daily basis geared up to optimize our potentials. Is that the kind of a person this man will come out and disgrace? As far as I'm concerned today, when Tinubu was not the president, he presents himself as an Aoist. There was a time Tinubu said the idea of Nigeria is a farce, that it shouldn't be, that he never believed in one Nigeria. But we can see, because now he's now in the resources and fear of losing power. They are doing everything to jettison, to keep shut the mouth of those seeking for Nigeria to return back to regional governments. Senator Bamidele has come out. The Igbos have lambasted, lampooned, rubbish him. That a true son, follower, believer, mentee of Awolowo will never accept such. He said the Igbos will be set free. If the Igbos are set free, will the Yorubas not be set free? I don't think any Yoruba man has it easier than the Igbos in this economy. Everybody is going through the same economic crisis. We are all feeling the what? The heat under this Tinubu government. So the resilience of my brothers from the southeast to always call people into account because they are so focused